Hello, peeps and hello, peppers, and welcome to Film Friday. My name is Frida Martins. I am an artist with multiple disabilities from Germany, living in Iceland, and on Fridays, I am always trying to retell a film with tarot cards. Today, I'm going to talk about the 2017 film Breathe. And I've been wanting to do this for a while. But I always put it off because, it's a very controversial theme where we're really going down a slippery slope, which is medical assistance in dying. I apologize if I make too much. I couldn't script this. I have to talk from the heart. And now I decided to finally proceed with this video because I saw these shocking social media posts by some severely ill people independently of each other that third parties were actually pushing them to accept medical assistance in dying. And so I have never met these people in person, but it touched something deeply inside of me because, okay, I have multiple disabilities. I have chronic pain as a consequence of these disabilities, and I am always basically misunderstood by society as a consequence of these disabilities. So I have often pondered if and whenever my life quality becomes so poor that I can't keep up with it anymore, then I want to say goodbye to this planet in dignity. But, and here comes the big but, right now I have life quality and I have friends who take me seriously with all my light and dark. So I am definitely advocating for the right to make such decisions, as long as the person themselves, the person with a disability, the person with a chronic pain, and so forth, and also the person with incurable diseases, makes this decision in an obviously autonomous way. And people deserve to be taken seriously for that. And this topic deserves discussion. But never, ever should there be a third party who says, you cost too much, or you causing us too much work or something. And actually that almost makes me cry to have to read things like that on social media. So breathe. Let's breathe. I only saw this film once, in the middle of the night during the famed pandemic. And I think the TV station had a reason to only show it in the middle of the night, because this is such a slippery slope and controversial topic, and it is status now illegal to provide medical assistance in dying in Iceland. It is, under some circumstances, obviously legal in Germany. But let's say the people who I have seen advocating for it, they said they had to fight for it. So when I first saw the title Breathe, I thought it was about I'm Still Breathing. That is a documentary movie that has like a similar tone, as in creating life quality as long as one can, but then also saying now we've reached the point that it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, and of course, I'm Still Breathing and Breathe have that in common, that both men on a respirator had a wife and a small kid for whom they wanted to kind of keep going. And actually, Breathe is based on the life of real people, but, and here I like big buts and I can't deny, it also has received mixed reviews, that the people are like smiling through heavy medical procedures, and like sort of the wife is carrying basically all the weight without commenting on it or something. Let's say when I read the Wikipedia article, I was reminded of many small details that I had forgotten, because as mentioned, I've only seen this film once, but it made a deep impression on me because Robin, the hero of the film, he created life quality for himself when he suddenly became paralyzed. And he created life quality in a way that was actually not thought of in the late 50s, early 60s. So in the late 50s, there was a polio epidemic. Yeah, probably that's why they showed this film during a pandemic. Yeah, I'm taking the cats because cats are intelligent and problem solvers. 4 of Pentacles. Let's say in my personal tarot game that I designed, the animal wears like a suit and goes up the career ladder. And here is, of course, like the sun and so on, and everything like bright future, because like Robin Cavendish is young in the story, and then and sporty and relatively well off. And I don't know if he already knows that his wife is pregnant at the point, but okay, be it, he contracts polio, and then they can only save his life by giving him a tracheotomy, like a hole in the throat, where they insert like a tube. And that's why I actually appreciate this collar in the moment, because this collar is relatively sophisticated and could as well be a medical equipment. And the people hope to like get Robin to appreciate this new life. Like, okay, this looks also like a little bit like a halo, like this medical device. And like when I read Wikipedia, there actually I was reminded of that the priest first tells Robin that his disease is part of God's plan, and then Robin spits at him, because this is basically the only thing that Robin can still do. I think in the beginning he can't even speak properly, of course, because I couldn't speak with a tube in my throat, at least not without practicing. And actually this is methinks the worst thing that like religious personnel can do to disabled people, that their disease or disability is part of God's plan, because that means kind of you have to push through or sit it out, because supposedly some higher power delivered by people wants it that way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I also actually requested the visit of a priest when they had to take my reproductive organs out, when I was still at a supposedly reproductive age. I mean, the priest in himself never came, but like a dean that was a woman. So that was actually very much appreciated, because let's say, I didn't say, okay, God has this and that plan for me, because I was past that stage of life. But I was, I kind of, if I remember properly, told the people, now I need to kind of make my own plans for life, and I need to figure out how I want to deal with the situation, because the situation is obviously not going to change. And I live a fulfilled life without children. Here's actually the King of Swords. The swords are, of course, always a symbol of like being in the mind of panic and so forth. Actually, I like, in the context of our breathing story, that this bird is blowing the chest up, making himself bigger in the breathing region. And yeah, actually, I think I made a good choice with this tarot deck, because most of these cats have a clasp in the breathing region, and it's decorated. And yeah, I think Robin Cavendish has to become his own king in the story. And a butterfly is always transformation, because obviously, like in the beginning, he also tells people he wants to die. We have the same roses as here. Okay, this one's a little bit shriveled, but it's dry, it's keeping well. And yeah, it could also be that we could say that Robin is a little bit dry, but keeping well, because like then there is the scene that also Wikipedia reminded me of, where the dog actually accidentally cuts the cable, like put the cable of the respirator. And we don't have like these emergency energy devices yet that we have today. But then actually Robin signalizes to people by clicking his tongue that they should like plug the thing back in, because obviously he wants to live. And then he suddenly does the magic. Okay, suddenly does the magic is the wrong expression. But my point is, he is like, he knows engineers. He has a lot of friends, and actually the son of Robin Cavendish, Jonathan, commissioned this film because he wanted to portray his father's eccentric friends. So actually, Robin develops a mobile respirator that is not a thing at the time yet. And he faces a lot of opposition. He goes to Germany. Like, I always see this Two of Wands as the beginning of a journey. And as we know, I have mixed feelings about Germany in itself, and he sees all the people in iron lungs stacked on top of each other. Literally people put on a shelf. Yeah, this is AI, because it goes right through the cat, but a lot of crap goes right through Robin, and he actually lives with this pipe in his lung and creates a mobile a wheelchair with sort of like a backpack with oxygen. And he also has a good conversation over many years with his doctor, what he wants to do when he can't live anymore for some reason, and then he like really he celebrates farewell and drinks with his friends. Uh, and this is actually also good for the celebration because like at some point his doctor says you have so much internal bleeding you won't live much longer. So then he at some point after much consideration he sends his family out of the room and has the doctor switch off the life support. And now my phone is blinking, so that doesn't support any longer videos. But let's please have a decent discussion and have some love for people who want to leave this planet in dignity. And yeah, amen. Bye bye.